I want to keep watching. This is with dancer Lauren Oakley. Krishnan Guru-Murthy joins us.
Hello.
Oh, my goodness. And that was the cha-cha-cha.
Yeah, it was. It was the most fun you can possibly imagine. I mean, you know how much fun it is. It's just incredible.
So tell us about Saturday and what it was like to do that show.
I was absolutely terrified, and I actually had my sort of first freak out in the afternoon, because you go in and you play it with the band through, and that's the first time you hear it with the band. And you know, for most people, I think it just goes wrong the first time. And so you come out, and I was in my dressing room shaking, thinking, this is not me. I don't panic, you know, I don't shake, I don't get scared. And I was really, and I had to sort of have a talk with myself in the mirror and saying, just pull yourself together. You can do this. This is fine.
I read that you'd had quite a lot of sort of body shame, where you look in the mirror and you think,
yeah,
I wish. And your kids had said you're fat, and you said, right, I'm going to lose 2 stone before I go on.
Well, actually, it wasn't to do with Strictly. That actually happened before I said yes to Strictly. And to be honest, I said yes to Strictly because I had started losing a lot of weight.
Right.
No, I mean, I wrote about this actually this weekend when you were saying men don't talk about it. And I've got lots of things wrong with me. I've got Crohn's disease, I've got a heart condition, I had a pre-diabetic blood test, and then I had this sort of very embarrassing attack of gout. And I just thought, this is ridiculous. You've got to take yourself in hand. And lose a load of weight and get fit. And so I started kind of taking myself in hand. And so when Strictly came calling, I kind of thought, for the first time in my life, maybe I could actually do it. You know?
Yeah, you look slim. To me, you look slim on screen. Honestly, I think you look great. And I'm just worried about gout now you mentioned that, because if that could knock a foot out.
Yeah.
How will you deal with that if you get an attack on the show?
Well, you just couldn't. I mean, because there are treatments, but they take about 2-3 days to kick in. So I think realistically, you'd be out.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe you can incorporate it into something.
Would it be the first gout exit?
Strictly, yeah.
It mustn't be the gout exit.
They've had COVID.
So
is the gout caused? Was that caused by what you were eating and by the weight you were?
I think so. I think it's sort of all of the above. It was like, you know, it's overeating and rich food and all that kind of stuff.
But stress as well, you know.
Yeah.
Stress can, you know, take a toll.
Isn't it red wine and cheese? I love we're having a health conversation. We should be having a dancing conversation. But yeah, so the first exit is next week, is it? Is that
this weekend? Yeah. Somebody goes out.
Any thoughts about who it might be if it's not? It obviously won't be.
No, I mean, and that's the thing. Is people keep saying, "Oh, it's a competition," and the truth is, if you're at my end of the scale, it's not really a competition. The competition is yourself, and how, you know, where you started and what you were like at the beginning of the week. Because if I look at the others, you know, a lot of them are amazing dancers. And so you can't really compete with that.
Is there anyone on the show who does? Because we had this. It's amazing. I never danced a step before. And they clearly have done a load of training.
I think there's a lot of them who've done, you know, musical theatre.
Yes,
theatre
they admit that. That's fine.
And that's all fine. It's a different kind
of
dancing, but it obviously it helps them kind of take in steps.
Yeah.
And for me, it is that thing of the late night thing. I mean, I film Lauren doing my steps, and then I watch it just before I go to sleep. And I think it does kind of vaguely sink in.
But you know,
the
audience love triers.
Yeah.
They love people who they know want to be there and they know are working hard and putting everything into it. So on that basis, you're going to be staying longer than you might think.
I thought you looked really happy there.
Sure.
I think somebody said brilliantly to me, the judges watch your feet, but the audience watch your face.
Exactly.
And you look like you were really having fun, and that will really count for something. Someone told me the pros are so amazing that one of the celebs, it's a few years back, started the whole dance on the wrong foot. And the pro immediately switched everything into mirror side of what they practiced and did the whole thing back to front. Is that amazing? Wow. Is that amazing? Well, I'm sure
they're amazing human beings, though, aren't they? I mean,
yeah, they are.
They're not really like us.
She didn't look human there. That was what she was doing with her body was unbelievable.
I think also her legs were a bit longer than the average human.
Yeah.
As well.
Yes.
And the shoulder business, they were going.
Well, do we do the whole? How do you deal with the love question, Carol? Will you fall in love with your dancer?
Well, I think
as a newspaper reporter, how would you ask Krishnan that? Because I'm uncomfortable.
Okay, but I kind of understand it because I don't know
because it always happens.
You are with perfection
yes.
most days. Physical perfection most days, and you're doing sexy stuff. It's quite hard.
It's not just perfection.
Yeah, but you'd have to have quite a high opinion of yourself to be dancing with perfection and think they might find me attractive. So, I mean, that's not a problem for me. So it's like... I think the interesting thing about Strictly, though, is it does kind of make you it makes you oversensitive, self-obsessed, you know, all those sorts of things, because you're just thinking about your body and can you do this and, you know, all that kind of stuff all the time. So you're very, very overwrought. You're very close to tears all the time.
Yeah. You wait, I honestly thought the first dance, I thought, oh, well. And I look at Craig Revel-Horwood, he's like, he looked like Peter Mandelson on a bad day. And then he just didn't say, he said, you wouldn't even get picked for an old people's dance in Sidmouth with that.
Oh, ouch.
That was, it was brilliant. I just thought, oh my goodness, the show started. I thought it was.
He was lovely to me, and that was the best feeling.
Yeah, you watch him.
He said something nice, and you kind of go, "Oh, that's amazing."
Yeah. You know what's interesting? What you just said there. You said, "I wouldn't have done it if you'd been the 2 stone heavier that you were before." Which is, it's interesting, isn't it, about people who lose weight? What happens to your psyche? You suddenly feel worth something again.
Bit of confidence. Definitely.
Yeah.
Well, listen. Good luck. Honestly, we're going to watch.
Thank you. It's great fun.
No, I know, and it'll be great. Get through the weekend, and then we're away. Yeah. So, Krishnan, vote for Krishnan. We can say that, can't we?
Yeah.
Keep him in on Strictly this Saturday.
I've had cross-party support as well from the cabinet and shadow cabinet. They both texted me on Saturday.
Fantastic. We're going to get you on 1 year, Storm. Okay. So, what's coming after the break?
Okay, I'm going to be joined by Narinder Kaur and